Today is the day we're going to pick up the car. I'm with Riley. Thankfully, she's going to be my drive back. Thanks to Danielle for letting me borrow the Sequoia to drive out there and pick up the parts and have a source of transportation to pick up the car. We are on the I-80 right now, about 35 minutes away from the location to check out the car. And once we check out the car, we'll probably do my normal inspection on it, see what's, if there's any issues, go for a test drive. Once I, decide if the car is something I want, we'll drive to the Wells Fargo down the street, pay the guy, get the title, get all the parts. We got plenty of room in the back of this to carry all the parts that we're gonna need. Pretty excited. We got our coffees this morning, and we're just making our way down, and then I'll get some more videos of the car once we get there.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. Yeah. To all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Shake it. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke?
2 hours later.
We have made it. Car has been acquired. Test drove it, did my inspection, loaded up the parts. The owner was extremely cool dude. Pleasure meeting that dude. He's super cool. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of all the parts that came with the car. A lot more than I was actually expecting. Got ARP wheel studs, all the stock parts, the hood grills, the front and lower grill, splitter, splash shield, Coney struts with H&R lowering springs, stock exhaust manifolds, Boss 302 side pipes with H pipe, another exhaust, muffler delete exhaust, which I'll probably end up just selling because the car's so loud as is. I don't think I could run that. Stock shifter, full stock exhaust system, stock air box. So super stoked. This is it. Boss 302 Corsa Extremes, carbon fiber everywhere, carbon fiber license plate surround, carbon fiber splitter, LED side markers. It's in extremely good condition. Carbon fiber GT500 upper and lower grill, carbon fiber splitter,
stuff's going under there.
Yeah. I'm maximizing all space. Are you videoing? Mm-hmm. All of this has to go. I need to take that apart. So I figured...
My seat's getting taken in the car or what?
No, you got your seat at least. You can't go much further than this though.
You don't have anything to say to the people?
Welcome to my channel. We're fucking doing our best to get this thing home tomorrow. Got a 6-hour drive. That's the true test of this car. And yeah.
Is it chrome?
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber. That's what I meant. Anyways, Mrs. Cherry Pop.
We have started our trek home. I think we are in... Where are we at? We're on the 5, and I think we're towards Fresno right now. Out by Shell, grab some gas, and should have enough gas to get us mostly home. I'll video the car loaded down once I get back, once I get to the gas station, because we've got everything loaded, our suitcase, some of the stock parts, and then the trunk is completely full of stuff. And this drive is extremely boring. But so far everything's going good. I had Recaros in my first S197 I had, and they were absolutely uncomfortable. These ones are not bad at all. I don't know if the leather, because the ones that I had were cloth, or these ones are leather. I don't know if that makes the difference, but pretty impressed with the comfort in them. Pretty impressed with how we fit everything of the stock parts, minus the front splitter, the splash shield, the H-pipe, and the spoiler. And I probably could have got the spoiler, but I already have to do another load to get all that, so.
I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke soap with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me. Now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to.
We are at our first gas fill up here. We're in Fireboro, California, or something like that. We're like 2 hours into our trip. It's filling up. Car's looking good still. This is the trunk full of all of the parts. I got the fog lights and a bunch of hardware, OEM grill, bag setups back here. Just keeping an eye on that. More parts, exhaust that I'm gonna sell, suspension, sway bars, lower grill. But car's doing pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with the bags. Didn't ever think that they'd be this good. This paint looks killer. I was thinking about taping up the front bumper last night, but there's already like rock chips on it, so I figured it'd just be a waste of time. So, but ooh, we're already catching some bugs. And again, this is like my third time having to redo this pump. Already at 44. I just stopped like maybe an hour ago and put another 20 bucks in to get me to this gas station. I typically try to only fill up at Shell. I just think that they have the better gas, better quality here, so.
And if you don't know, now you know. Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch.
We are now back in SoCal. I think we're in what, Pasadena?
Something like that.
Pasadena. We're about an hour and a half from home. Car did great going up the Cajon Pass, climbing that hill, no problem. Got about 82 miles till E for gas. We got 90 miles to the house, so we almost could have got there in about a tank and a half, but I'm just gonna fill up when we stop, because I've got to grease one of the bearings on the bags, making a little squeaking noise. The previous owner was telling me that it just happens with them, so I gotta spray it with some white lithium grease and finish up this trip. Shouldn't be too much more, shouldn't hit any traffic, and yeah, everything's going pretty well, so. Alright, well, we're in Azusa, California right now, about an hour and 10 minutes from our house. So everything's been going good. I sprayed down the top hats of the strut, or the struts basically, because they're squeaky. You can definitely tell they've been put to work today. It's been a 6-hour drive, and then as soon as you get into, you know, past Pasadena, the just so definitely getting worked out. Only about an hour and 10 minutes left. Car's covered in bugs. Front windshield's fucked. Front bumper's gonna need a clean for sure. All the carbon's got bugs and all that good stuff on it, so what is up, you guys? Sorry it took me forever to get this last clip in of us making it home. So just a recap, we left Sunday around 6 a.m. From Alameda, drove home, took about 6 hours, probably closer to 8 with gas and rest stops, you know, going to the bathroom and all that good stuff. So but we made it, no problem. Car was, you know, performed flawlessly. Very surprised, actually. I made it back home in about a tank and a half of gas. So that was really good. You know, was expecting to spend, you know, 350 bucks in gas to get home. Ended up only being about 100 and, you know, 50 bucks. So that was nice. And I still have about 3/4 of a tank right now. So got some more. It's currently on 91, California car, so we have 91 out here. It does have an E85 tune. I actually test drove it on the E85 tune. Very impressed. I've always put my cars on E85 because I live close to about like 2 or 3 stations down here. Pearson's Fuels. Shout out to them because they got some good fuel. But it'll go back to E85 once this tank's empty, and it'll probably stay on E85 for the majority of the time that I have it. Unless I do like a long road trip, you know, I'll switch back to 91 for convenience and everything like that. But yeah, again, it just did great. It is back home at the house, looking as good as new. Still need to give it a good wash, but made it, no problems. Just tons of bugs. You can see all over the window, all over the wrap, or all over the stripes, and front bumper's just caked. Hard water stain on the carbon, so that sucks. And the wheels are just covered in brake dust, but made it. It's in at the house. This will be where it's going to be staying. So I was looking for a while for, you know, the Shelby, and I ended up driving a 2012, and I was really also disappointed with it stock. I know it's stock. It's a big difference when you put money into them. I'm trying to get something where I don't have to put a lot of money. I don't have a lot of time with, you know, work. I'm trying to get my real estate license right now as well, so I'm full-time job with that on the side. It's just, I don't have time like that anymore for, you know, wrenching and doing all that good stuff. I don't mind doing like little installs and stuff like that, but I just don't have the time for it anymore. So I was, you know, just disappointed with it. The 1314s were a lot farther out of my price range. They're about, you know, for a low mileage one, you're looking at like 50 or 60,000, and I don't want to spend that much, you know, on a car right now, especially since I've got the Volt too. Like, for something I'm not going to drive a lot, I don't want to spend that much money. So ended up, you know, just browsing through Marketplace, and I ended up finding this in Napa, which is far out of the way for me. It's, you know, like I said, about 6 hours, but I have family out there, so it kind of worked out where I could go check it out and everything. And the guy was super cool, very straightforward, honest dude. His name's Gustavo. His Instagram name is 302 Gussie. But super cool guy, you know, kept this as clean as possible throughout the entire process. And you know, he got a bunch of offers on it even before I was even you know, gonna fly out there and everything like that. But he, you know, he had heard of me before, so we, you know, made it happen. And yeah, and then we went out there, flew out there, and test drove the car. Loved it, bought it, visited family also, and drove it back home all in a matter of like 3-4 days. So it was a very cool experience. I've never done anything like that. Most of the time I always buy cars locally within, you know, an hour to 2 hours away. So it was pretty cool to do that. I always wanted to do that. I actually wanted to buy something out of state and do like a long road trip, but I think the 6 hours was enough for me. I don't think anything more than that would have been fun. I think I would have been stressed and just wouldn't have been a fun time. Yeah, so we got it back. We left at 6, got back at about 2, and then we actually had a Memorial Day party with my uncle at 2. So as soon as I got home, I unloaded the car, put it in the garage, and went to his, you know, his party. Was there all night, and I didn't get to make this video, so the car's good. It made it and everything like that. So yeah, that fitment looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the bags because it is a little fun to be able to just dump this thing to the floor. But for track purposes and everything, it's just not gonna work. But
and if you don't know, now you know, you know.